Hello everyone, and welcome to my look at Pokemon Summon Ultra Adventure episode 49, Mission to Recall. Please note in order to explain some details in this episode, we'll be addressing some plot points from the video game, so go play them if you haven't already, because there'll be spoilers. Also, there are great games, so let's get started. After a scene of Lily writing her diary, which some episodes open proper dialogue between Ash and Gladion about the events that have led to this point. As I pointed out before, Lily's afraid to talk to Pokemon from an incident when they were younger, which was revealed to be an accident involving the Ultra Lego in episode 47. We then see the hotel where Gladion is staying, which is just outside Howley City, like in the games, where Gladion ran away because of being emotionally abused by his mother, Lucamine. However, Gladion determines something's amiss when the man at front desk says someone from his family waiting for him in his hotel room. He opens the door, and Baba claims to be glad to see him, but Gladion's having none of it. Not a nice character in the games, here, Baba's willing to do everything to save his own skin. Gladion knows the truth about Lily's accident, but when he tries to confront Baba about it, Baba has his Pokemon subdue him and take Titan out from him. Also noticed before, Season Myoka has been used in a manner accurate to the games, which improves accuracy on evasive targets and allows attacks normally not affect our attacks to be used. Next day at the Pokemon Academy, Lily is still distraught about the events that led up to this point, but her classmates tell her they will be there for her, as will Professor Kukui and Flame Professor Burnett. As for this change in relationship in the games, hold that thought. So, in an effort to get reacquainted with her low and Vulpix, Snowy, and Peach decide to walk Lily home after class. Although I still seem to try to see how Sun and Moon's series story structure and how much it varies from previous incarnations such as the XY series, for the most part, the series has come into its own. Personally, I rather like how the series has shaken up a lot of conventions it had before, much like video games are based on. And it also recounts seeing Gladion on the beach, doing an impression of his comments and scowl. I must also point out I really enjoy the artwork of the series, which works differently from prior seasons. It still has plenty of action, but it's used in a different way, much like other anime had voice animation influences Cowboy Bebop, One Piece, and The Big O. As for any arguments about his character's handle compared to other protagonists, personally I feel there's more than one way to define competence. I submit he's just as valid as other more serious leads, just as it's just as valid for James Bond to have more than one version take another rope to his groin, another version trying to fuse a bomb, or just as a clown. Miss you, Roger Moore. So, the second half of this episode, Cosmog, who has been dubbed Nibby by everyone like in the games, essentially performing the same role as Zygarde Core, Squishy did in XYZ, teleports Ash and Lily to one of the places where she used to live with Gladion Newsman when she was younger. Then she goes out her bedroom. We see some of the place where they used to help tend the garden and some of the beaches vacation at. Again, Lily's backstory, some of Gladion's in the games, she mostly abused by Lucamine for not wanting to follow her example, to the point of Lucamine disowning them both. Here, backstory just as troubling in terms of repressed memories, but a different way. Nibby then teleports them all to the darkened laboratory and all those of the Aether Paradise, but this is the stage for the remainder of the episode's runtime. Although this anime made more comedic in telling its previous incarnations, it's also quite effective at delving into darker parts of the franchise premise, much like the games are based on. While Robert tries to high-type Null as he picks up Nebby's signal and tracking device, Gladion, learning a secondhand truth about Lily's accident, decides to confront Lucamine. Baba determines that he needs Cosmo to open up Ultra Space again to prove his theories, as well as to permanently prevent Lily from gaining her memories. Though he asks Team Rocket, posing as 8th Foundation employees, to help, even offering double their pay, they refuse. Discussing what Baba has proposed, they make a good conscious of how cruel he is. They're a bunch of goofballs, even they have lines they won't cross. This surprises Baba, but he also has to do this himself. This episode not only confirms the events of episode 47, but also has a detail that Baba was responsible for drawing out Nihilego from Ultra Space theories. Lily's shocked to discover Baba kept from all this time, which further justification for her fear. Even though this show is mainly different from what's come up before, it makes for the use of the new art style and story structure without compromising what I liked about the series before. All of a sudden, the masked type Null is wearing shatters, revealing his true form, Ally. So look at this beast. Exactly what you would expect a genetic replication of Arceus to look, complete with the Arceus system of disk memories replacing the players normally would wield. I guess many would describe my thoughts on Generation 7. Boring is not one of them. The moments of Valley lunch after her father's Kadabra and Hypno made me realize this Valley's one who stayed from Night Lego when she was younger. I'm overall pleased with how the series is using the plot through Ultra Beasts. Stories are unique, often otherworldly designs. So we don't see the comparison to Yokai Watch, my personal head Camilla. It's more influence from Kingsman, as well as Bill and Ted, among others. So without being out as a traitor, he leaves Air Foundation, forming a new plan, and we close in Lily embracing Pikachu, Nibby and Snowy in her arms. To be worthy of this milestone, another entry in the list of my favorite Sun and Moon episodes. I know I already addressed this when like a partner promises and one journey ends and they begins, but I definitely feel like mentioning it again. There are still parties who shall remain undisclosed or are dismissive of the series in this incarnation, who are adamant that Rebrand has left it a little more than an attempt to cash in Yokai Watch, that's incapable of reaching the heights with seniors, especially in the XY series case. Mission totally calls in a strong counter-argument, I believe, and great use of video game source material that has some fantastic animation and many similarities in lineage in ways you might not realize at first glance. Their entire series don't even get to a fraction of 1,000 episodes, and I guarantee that doesn't happen if absolutely no one still likes it. Though some are still demanding a total reboot of the series, I suppose a better way to approach that would be to make an alternative, use the model of Origin Generations, in the vein of Netflix Castlevania series or G.I. Joe Resolute. So, I guess I'll finally start tapping my backlog, just have to wait and see what I have lined up next. That's all for now. Be excellent to each other.